Yo, what's up, y'all? Urltv, it's Train Dollar Man, live right now. Today we gotta talk about, right now we gotta talk about what King of the Dot has been doing as of late, man. Especially with this Oxxxymiron versus Dizaster. I think I'm saying it right. Somebody corrected me in my comments. Appreciate that. But Oxxxymiron and Dizaster is basically and everything else King of the Dot is doing is basically going to make URL start respecting King of the Dot as a big competitor, man. The fans have been talking about URL versus King of the Dot for a good minute, but when Beasley was asked about it some months ago, he was saying that URL versus King of the Dot or any other league wouldn't really benefit URL. It will only benefit King of the Dot or the other league that they was facing. And this Oxxxymiron, I'm messing the name up again, versus Dizaster, is proving that King of the Dot knows how to have bigger moments, and that URL is about to be in a position where they can benefit from King of the Dot. Like I'm looking at King of the Dot's page right now. They got 380K views off of this battle in 3 hours. I'm saying in 3 hours. URL is wanting to release their main event battle from Summer Madness 6 this early, a month after the event. That's early. That's early from for URL. But what I want to say is King of the Dot is proving that they have more fan appreciation. Whether they do or not, at least they make it appear that way. They listen to the fans. You never see them have any mic issues like that. At the actual event, they might have it, but they make sure they fix it. And we've been telling URL to fix their mics, fix whatever audio issues you having. I don't know if he's going to cost more money, how much more money is going to cost. Maybe King of the Dot has bigger sponsors. They can do certain things like that to have better cameras, better picture quality. We don't know, but this Diz versus Oxxxymiron is like, this is introducing new fans into battle rap. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who just been introduced to battle rap from this battle. This is their first battle that they probably ever seen in life, and they're going to start watching more battles because of this battle right here. Now I look at URL as like the NBA, King of the Dot is like the NFL. Me personally, back when I had time to watch more sports, I was watching the NBA all the time. I'm a big basketball fan, you know what I'm saying? Didn't really watch the NFL like that, but I can tell you anything that was going on with the NBA. They have more games out this season, more teams and all that, you know what I'm saying? And URL is like that. URL has more battlers that I want to see. I watch more URL than King of the Dot. That's just how I am. I like their battlers. I like what they talk about. I like the content. To me, they drop more consistent, better battles on a consistent basis. But King of the Dot drops more often, but I don't watch all their battles. But they have bigger moments. So just because you may have you have that title as the originator, doesn't mean someone can't come up from under you and duplicate what you did and do it better, improve on the mistakes that you have made. King of the Dot definitely has bigger moments. King of the Dot is just like the NFL with their events. Every event is like the Super Bowl. Every single event. URL says Summer Madness 6 is like the Super Bowl. They don't. King of the Dot doesn't just have one event that's just like the Super Bowl, man. So I think it's gonna be a major problem for URL. Again, King of the Dot definitely appreciate their fans more, man. Or at least they act like it. The fans always ask King of the Dot to release they always ask URL to release battles. Like when URL mentioned that they wasn't gonna have the pay-per-view for Summer Madness 6. The first thing I was saying was what? You gotta have that pay-per-view because you don't drop battles as soon as it airs. Right after the battle, King of the Dot is dropping battles a week afterwards. A week afterwards, before the fans lose interest in it. The fans only have an attention span of, I don't even know what to compare it to, but their attention span is not that long. URL can be generating more views from the battles if they drop them sooner. And I think they're starting to realize that. That's why they dropped that Hollow Don versus Tay-Rock yesterday. And but I think they realizing it too late, man. Like, they dropped it for one, they know the fans want to see it, and two, they know Oxxxymiron versus Dizaster was about to be a big deal. So I feel like they kind of wanted to stamp that fire out before it grew and got wild. But there's something that they couldn't do. Oxxxymiron, he got 90 million plus views with 5 battles. This was the 6th battle or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I may be, but come on, man. His first English battle, and is already doing numbers again. Again, it's like, I'm looking at it, 380K views in 3 hours. Again, URL, start respecting King of the Dot and other leagues as your major competitors, man. Yes, we know that y'all look at yourselves like the originators of battle rap leagues and the culture and all that, but come on, that doesn't mean another league can't come up from under y'all and be that top dog, man. You got, what's the name? Come on, we got Organic talking about Dizaster is the GOAT. Now I don't think he is the GOAT, man. Really, I can't even say who the GOAT would be, but I do think Dizaster is dope. But I do think he is being fed certain battles. He's being given certain looks, and he's not winning all those battles. I'm probably the only person though that thought Dizaster won against Oxxxymiron. I'm pretty sure I'm the only person that thought that, man. But it's cool. I'm seeing like the consensus, like everybody saying that Oxxxymiron won, and I ain't mad at it, man. I thought Dizaster won for different reasons, man. I was more entertained from Dizaster, but I definitely respected what Oxxxymiron did. Like, it was a dope battle. It was a dope battle for the culture. This is going to be the biggest thing that people are going to be talking about for a long time. Again, like, this blog is getting repetitive, and I keep saying the same thing, but I'm trying to drill it in y'all head that King of the Dot is doing big things, man. He's doing big things, man. What else, man? What else y'all want to talk about, man? Like, what do y'all think? What do you see King of the Dot being in the next year? What do you see URL being in the next year? What do you see RBE being in the next year? RBE is definitely coming up. They definitely competing. RBE is competing. You can't really consider them like a too small of a league anymore. They will be in like one of the top leagues pretty soon. King of the Dot, they have like 628 subscribers. They have like 500,000 some odd subscribers before this Oxxxymiron versus Dizaster. Now they have 628,000. Come on. URL has 715,000, 716,000. King of the Dot is coming up. I'm very interested in seeing how Beasley responds now once their subscriber base passes URL. Once King of the Dot subscriber base passes URL, I want to see what Beasley's going to say, because he can't use that same excuse. The only excuse he'll be able to use is that we already see like URL versus King of the Dot type battles, especially with Tay-Rock versus Dizaster. We already see those type of battles. A lot of URL battlers go over to King of the Dot and battle over there. So we already see those type of battles, but it will still be big for the culture, man. If URL, I guarantee you, if URL sets it up where they have they start battling other leagues like Bullpen, Battle, King, Queen of the Ring, that was big for the culture. That's introducing a new aspect to the culture. With URL, I guarantee you, I'm not gonna even try to like dress it up any type of way. I just guarantee you, if URL introduces teams versus teams, like Cave Gang versus NWX, like whole events like that. So we got Goonies versus NWX. You put New Jersey Twerk versus K-Shine. You put Ryder versus T-Top. Like teams versus teams. they be the first ones to do whole events like that, their subscriber base is going to go up. That's going to add something new, a new aspect to the culture. You know what I'm saying? You can't just have consistent good battles, classic battles. Like, you have to add new elements to the culture to be considered the top. Yes, you're the originator. I guaranteed, or you consider yourself the originator or whatever. But I guarantee you, if they add, if they set up the URL versus King of the Dot, URL and King of the Dot will benefit from that. A major deal. That's adding a new element, or not even adding a new element, because Bullpen added that element versus Queen of the Ring, but they'll be taking that element to another level, and then we can talk about, is URL still the top league, man? Right now, I prefer watching battles, URL battles, but I'm thinking King of the Dot has bigger moments once again for the millionth time, yo. Like, I think it's gonna be pretty dope, man. Seeing where the culture grows, where it goes from here. Like, we at the end of the year is October, man. We got a couple months left of this year. I want to see how this year ends off, and I want to see how the new year begins. I'm interested in seeing what you think Briz Rothstein is gonna do. Briz Rothstein, no, I don't think Briz Rothstein is gonna be on the traffic, man. If you're saying like from a surprise battle, nah, because Briz Rothstein, he was on the what traffic? He was on the first traffic or traffic 2. I don't remember which one, but he was already on that card. Briz Rothstein, what he's saying, he was on Twitter saying he's a free agent. He might not have a set contract with them anymore. But if he is, that would be dope. I think they need to put Briz Rothstein on that traffic 3 card, simply because they didn't do him any justice with that Calico battle. Calico didn't take that battle series, and there was mic issues. Again, that's what I was talking about earlier in this battle. In this blog, why URL is kind of losing that steam and that credibility that they have, or they could, because of certain things like that. The fans been telling them for years about mic issues. The fans been telling them for years about certain business practices, and King of the Dot seems like they've been listening. But back to the Briz Rothstein battle with Calico, like, y'all having mic issues. It's plenty of other battles where one battler was having mic issues. Why didn't you just have the battler switch out mics? So the person that's about to spit their round has the good mic, and then you just switch back and forth. Why not do that? Why would you force, or not even think of Briz Rothstein having, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what to say about that, but they need to at least do him that favor, you know what I'm saying? Give Briz another look so he can have a decent battle. That would be dope. But who would Briz face? Who would Briz face on that? Who would you want to see Briz face on that? You know, comment below. Let me know what you think about that. But again, King of the Dot versus URL, that would be dope. URL set it up. King of the Dot is a worthy opponent. I'm thinking, like, if they do set up that card, like, who would? They already did Tay-Rock versus Dizaster on Traffic 3. That's coming up. So that's a battle that's already locked in. But who else would they pick? I'm thinking it would look similar to what Traffic 3 is looking like. You got Danny Myers versus K-Shine. I think that's the matchup or whatever. And you said Briz versus Twerk. Yeah. But what they doing on Traffic 3, you see they setting it up where they put in like the URL, like the East Coast versus the West Coast, with Tay-Rock versus Dizaster, Danny Myers versus K-Shine, JC versus who JC battling? Who JC battling? That I forget. I can't believe it even slipped my mind. But they putting it like East versus West Coast or Midwest. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think they would put Briz versus Twerk on there. Come on. What's up? I'm live streaming right now. But I don't think they would put JC versus T-Top. Yeah, that's what they doing. East versus West. But yeah, Briz versus Twerk, that would be dope. As a surprise battle, that would definitely be dope. Now that's a battle that I feel like would be the perfect matchup, because they both have that raw energy. When you see Twerk in the building, New Jersey Twerk in the building is crazy, because again, I was one of those people. I liked New Jersey Twerk in the beginning when I first started watching his battles. I thought he was fire, and then after a while, I wasn't feeling it. I didn't feel like it was consistent. I just thought he was overrated and overhyped. But when I went to Double Impact 2 and see the energy that he had, and how he just commanded the crowd, how the crowd was just for him, I was like, yo, this is something crazy. This is something crazy. His energy is crazy, and it made me look at battle rap different, because I'm like, okay, there's rappers that are specifically on cam, and there are battle rappers that you got to see in person, and it's a whole different type of dynamic. Now, I think as a battle rapper, you got to be able to translate in the building and on cam. You feel what I'm saying? But and Briz Rothstein, he's just nice, man. Like, I don't know who will win that battle. I would be going for Briz, but that might be an upset if Twerk come through and beat Briz. But yeah, that should be the surprise battle, man. URL added that element into the culture, surprise battle. So they trying to do something, but they just gotta figure out that way. And what I think it is too, why King of the Dot is coming up from under URL. King of the Dot is about to surpass them, because I feel like they may have more sponsors. That may be the thing. They might have bigger sponsors that's pushing out big money. I don't know. I'm not all the way deep into the business, seeing what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? But if King of the Dot has bigger sponsors, they obviously have more money to have bigger quality, better cameras, better editors, better mics, better venues with better acoustics. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just to set up better battles, to see the battles that set up the battles that the fans want to see. Like, I don't know, man. I just think it would be dope, man. What y'all think? If King of the Dot faced off against URL, who y'all think would win? What battles do you think will be set up for it, man? That's what I was about to talk about, to somebody distracting me with that Briz versus New Jersey Twerk. But yeah, I think like I said, they already got Tay Rock versus Dizaster locked in for Traffic 3. But like Big K is a King of the Dot rapper now. I always consider him a URL rapper, but he's a King of the Dot rapper now. He battles over there all the time. He battles on RBE quite a bit too. So I think if Big K was representing King of the Dot, who would you want to see Big K against? Briz Rothstein versus Sharon. Slim said Briz Rothstein versus Sharon. That would actually be fire, because Sharon is dope. He can freestyle, and he has a huge fan base. Like, I'm not gonna say he has a cult following, but he has a big fan base, a big support base, and Briz Rothstein has a good amount of fans. Big K versus Tay Rock would be dope. I'm about to talk about that in a minute. That's true. Money was spent more for mice, some of the stuff better. Yeah. Like, that's what King of the Dot knows, is quality over quantity. But what's crazy is King of the Dot has the quality and quantity. They putting out more battles, and they spend the money on making sure that that everything looks great, because the fans want to hear something great and they want to look something great. Like, they look at something great. Like, you have to cater to the fans' senses. There's 5 senses, man. You're not catering to their touch. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta cater to the sight and the hearing. You feel what I'm saying? But who we saying? Briz Rothstein versus damn, I got a bad memory, yo. Briz Rothstein versus somebody. Have you been at the battle? I didn't go to this last battle, this World Domination 7, man. Last battle I went to was Summer Madness 6. Went to Double Impact 2. Briz Rothstein versus B-Dot. That's gonna be dope. I went to Double Impact 2. I went to Bullpen versus Quinn in the Ring. I'm about to go to this Bullpen card, man. The next King of the Dot event, I'm not gonna say the next one, but I'm definitely gonna make a King of the Dot event next year, man. I got to, man, because watching it on camera, watching it live is definitely dope. But if we talking, back to this East versus West, yes, they definitely have to do that, and that's what URL versus King of the Dot would be. But if if you do Briz Rothstein versus B Dot represents what's his name, King of the Dot, and Briz versus URL represents URL, that's gonna be dope in itself. Again, B Dot, I don't even know who I pick for that battle because I'm fans of both of them. So Briz Rothstein will have more raw energy. He can freestyle. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Briz Rothstein versus Sharon. That freestyling just jogged my memory. But Briz Rothstein, he can freestyle when he's off his square, when he doesn't remember his rounds. But his freestyling is not as good as Sharon. So if he was to go against Sharon will be able to do more. He'll be able to have better rebuttals, all that. Briz Rothstein might have to stay on what he's structured, and Sharon could just mix in from what he's structured and freestyle. But if you're doing Briz Rothstein versus B Dot will be able to B Dot's gonna have his conscious talk. And B Dot was talking before how he likes to work from the heart, from the passion instead of the brain. When he was battling Cortez, he was working from the brain, and he knew to switch it up, but he wanted to work from the passion. I feel like you gotta work from both, man. Because the reason why everybody thought you lost against Verb is because Verb knew you was gonna come on that conscious tip, and he catered to that. If you would have switched it up like you did against Cortez, then more people would have thought B Dot won. I thought B Dot won, but again, I've been wrong about every battle apparently. You know what I'm saying? But you know, in Russia we are waiting for a month to see the show this time versus. Yeah, man. Shout out to Russia, man. Y'all been subscribing to me, man. Y'all doing the thing for real, man. I appreciate the support. I appreciate all my subscribers, man. I appreciate everybody that views my vlogs, even if y'all don't agree with me. I appreciate you just viewing. But who else y'all say y'all would want to see versus if they did Euro versus King of the Dot? Y'all say Tay-Rock versus somebody. Let me see if I can pull up this chat. I'm about to pull it up. Y'all said Tay-Rock versus Briz Rothstein versus B Dot, Big K versus Tay-Rock. Big K versus Tay-Rock. That would be crazy. Big K versus Tay-Rock would be crazy, man. I don't even I would give that to Big K. But how the fans rock behind Briz Rothstein, Big K, and you know Big K gets emotional on stage. Big K might not be able to handle that. He may start talking to the crowd, talking in between rounds. That would probably mess up Briz. Briz would be more on his square. He'd be more centered. He'd be more focused. You see every time Briz is in the battle, he be rocking back and forth. Like, he be thinking of his rounds. Like, he be in his zone for real. Big K gets emotional sometimes, and Big K has been known to choke, stumble, forget his rounds sometimes. So, but what I like about Big K is I like his rhythmic style. Every recap, every prediction I do of Big K, I always mention his style. He has a very rhythmic style, like he's rapping on a beat, but it's smooth. And Pastel versus T-Top, really among the best battlers, or he's the best battlers in your opinion up there. Dizaster. Here's the thing about Dizaster. I be joking around, messing with the fans all the time, saying that he's trash and all that. But he definitely is dope. And I would say he's one of the best battlers. But Organic was saying that he is you can't mention the GOAT. Who's the GOAT without mentioning Dizaster? I don't think that at all. You one of the best. Definitely in this culture, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you getting the looks, you putting on for the culture, but you not the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you respect. Like, you dope, you can freestyle, and when you really on one, you really focus and you really go in, you are a hard person to beat. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna say you the GOAT. It's too many greats out there. There are too many wrestling around this battle. All questions opinion would be about it today. Yeah, man. And that's the thing though, man. Like I'm the only one that gave Dizaster that win against Oxxxymiron. But everybody, I'm pretty sure everybody on that live, majority of people is from Russia, man. They rock with him. So I want to know, is their opinion biased, or did he really win? Like it's some people that, it's a lot of people that wasn't rocking behind Oxxxymiron that felt like he won. So I'm not gonna discredit anybody's opinion, but I definitely want to see where the battles are released. But I want to see later on today and tomorrow and later on this week, people gonna be talking about this battle for a while. After a while, I want to see, once more people break it down, who they thought won. Again, like I always talk trash about Dizaster, man. And the one battle I felt like he won. Everybody else think the opponent won. You know what I'm saying? What else we got, man? What y'all talking about in this chat? Oh, Pat Stay versus T-Top. Yeah, if they do a URL versus King of the Dot and they put Pat Stay versus T-Top, that's gonna be dope. That's gonna be a battle of jokes. Cause T-Top is like Big K. He has a rhythmic style. It always sounds like he's rapping on a smooth beat. Just like how Jadakiss, if y'all listen to Jadakiss has a very smooth style. Let me turn my Wi-Fi off because my connection messing up on this computer. Alright, I just want to say, pass the attention. What are you talking about? Bars, yeah, no level comprehension. Top is in the. Yeah. Jadakiss is dope. Yo, you writing a lot. Yeah. That joke that Diz had, and that's why I'm gonna get back into that piece up. Pat Stay versus T-Top, but that's the reason why I gave Dizaster the battle, because when I think how I judge battles is different from how everyone else judges battles. Nah, it's cool. English may not be good. Nah, it's cool. I understand what you're saying. I judge battles differently. That's why I gave Dizaster that battle, because I judge battles on how I feel. When I'm watching the battle, I thought Oxxxymiron was very dope. It was very unexpected. But I felt like Dizaster entertained me more. You feel what I'm saying? He had the jokes, he had the bars, he had the energy. He was mixing a lot of different elements in his rounds. Oxxxymiron, he had a lot of humor, and he had more bars. He was political. He was mixing some elements in his rounds too. But if we breaking it down, I felt like Oxxxymiron, he had energy. He was definitely trying to match Dizaster's crazy raw energy, but it fell short of that. I felt like Dizaster in this battle proved to be the most aggressive, loud battle rapper ever. And also, the jokes he had in it made me laugh. Like I mentioned, I never laughed this hard watching the battle ever. Yeah. Diz was so artistic, like an actor. Yeah. He was, man. Like how he was doing his impressions. Like I said, I never laughed that hard watching the battle, man. I never enjoyed a battle that much. So I won. The fans won watching this battle. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I gave Diz the battle. I did like, and when I say Diz won, I'm not saying Diz blew Oxxxymiron out the water. Like I say he won, but it was a slight edge. I might watch the battle again and say Oxxxymiron won. Like that's how debatable the battle was. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with B Dot versus Averb. I say B Dot won, but I might watch the battle a couple more times and give the battle to Verb. You get what I'm saying? A lot of my opinions are based off first impressions. That's why these battles are debatable. Battle rap is still an opinionated sport. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you have to understand. It's all opinion. My vlogs are not facts. Nobody else's predictions, nobody else's recaps or reviews are facts. That's what we have to learn to understand when we watching people's vlogs. So we better to have crowd too many wrestlers or on the King of that event. Yeah. It'll be better to have 50-50, you know what I'm saying? That way you can get like honest opinions, honest reactions, a good consensus of who you thought might win. But even though like it was a lot of Russians rocking behind Oxxxymiron, I still felt like it was fair when he was speaking to the crowd, telling them to tell him, have fair crowd reaction. I don't know exactly what he was saying because he was speaking in Russian. Obviously, I don't speak that language, but it seemed like he was telling them that, be fair, all that. But yeah, man, I thought that's how I judge battles, man. I judge battles on what entertained me, not what I think the fans are going to like too much or what y'all want to hear. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is my opinion. Again, battle rap is opinionated sport. When y'all watching anybody's vlogs, yeah, he asks for fair reaction. Yeah. But when you watching anybody's recaps, you have to know that recap is not fact. That's how that person felt about that battle. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm recapping the Cavaliers versus the Warriors. I'm not recapping a basketball game where I can say I thought this person should have won and the referees were cheating and wasn't calling fouls, but here's the score, and it's the fact that the Warriors won because the score is this. No battle is a fact. You feel what I'm saying? But back to the URL versus King of the Dot. What y'all was saying, Pat Stay versus T-Top. Again, I want to get back into that because T-Top, like I was saying, he's like T-Top is like Big K, how they have a rhythmic style. Like Jadakiss, like it's very smooth, but it can be tempered with a little bit to speed it up, but it stays in that same type of pattern base. Wrestling battle culture, there is some sense when you're still some metaphors close to ancient history. Yeah. See, yeah, man. Oxxxymiron, he was. What I liked about Oxxxymiron, getting back to that, I'm gonna get back to this past day versus T-Top. But what I liked about Oxxxymiron, he studied like American culture. Mac versus Rum Nitty, I'm gonna talk about that too. That would be dope because Mac is ill. Like Mac definitely has the perfect name because he's ill. But Oxxxymiron, you could tell he studied the culture, the American culture, so he can relate to not only his fans, but this culture and this fan base as well. And that's what I loved about it. And that's what you have to respect in the battle, because just by him doing that, you could tell he took this battle serious. You know what I'm saying? He knew Dizaster wasn't anybody to play with. But back into Pat Stay versus T-Top again. T-Top, he's going to have his humor. Pat Stay is going to have that humor. And again, I like being entertained. I like laughing during battles, and I also like having deep thoughts. I like battles where people can make me think about what they said and raise my IQ. You know what I'm saying? I like learning things in battles too, but most of all, I like being entertained. This battle, that's going to be the most entertaining. Like, once they release T-Top versus Av, you'll see how T-Top can switch it up. He can raise the bar. He can surprise you. He can be funny. He can switch up the flow. He can cater to the crowd and cater his storytelling, because people knock him for that storytelling, but he can cater his storytelling and mixing humor with it and good punches with it. And Pat Stay, if I'm not mistaken, like Pat Stay can freestyle a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Pat Stay has a lot of humor, and Pat Stay has good punches. I don't know as of late like how he's been doing, but like his earlier battles that I watched of Pat Stay be on one sometime. Like Pat Stay be really going in. So T-Top versus Pat Stay would be dope if they set up King of the Dot versus URL event. Who else y'all said? Y'all said Mac versus Rum Nitty. Now Rum Nitty, man. Rum Nitty is fire. Mac is fire. That would be a classic. All them battles y'all putting up in this chat, man, those would be some classic battles. This would be a classic event. Like, I'm guarantee you, if URL sets up URL versus King of the Dot event, this will push URL and King of the Dot subscribers to 1 million plus for both of them. This will benefit both of them. But Mac versus Rum Nitty, if they set that up, I might get at the Mac. But you can't count Rum Nitty out, man. So that one is hard to call, because Mac, if y'all seen what Mac just did to Iron Solomon, Mac was going in, man. He came with some angles. Iron Solomon did good too. And honestly, I have to watch the battle again. I didn't get a chance to watch it again, but when I was watching the live, I was distracted doing something. That happens every time I watch something live. One battle, at least I'm gonna get distracted. But Head Ice versus Chess, another good battle. That would be dope. I'm gonna get into that next. But Ilmac, what he did to Iron Solomon was crazy. Ilmac is a dope MC. You can tell he really sits down and try to structure his wordplay, his metaphors, his similes, whatever you want to call it, his angles. Like he actually studies his opponent, and you can tell he is serious in his battles. You know what I'm saying? And what they was mentioning before, he doesn't take too many battles, so he has time to build up rhymes, practice all the time, and then when it's time to go to into a battle, he has fresh thoughts, new lines that he can mix with his old lines, you know what I'm saying, that nobody ever heard before, that he just used just practicing. So I think that would be dope against Rum Nitty. And what thing about is about Rum Nitty just lost against JC in the building. And that's because JC was on one. And again, that's like one of the first times I seen a battle where a battler destroyed their opponent like completely, but their opponent was still fire. They didn't destroy them completely because their opponent was garbage. You know what I'm saying? Rum Nitty did not lose against JC because Rum Nitty wasn't fire. Like Rum Nitty was on one too, but it's just JC was just at another level. So if you had that Rum Nitty that went against JC, Ilmac that just went against Iron Solomon, like that would be a dope battle. Ilmac versus Rum Nitty, that would be a classic. Y'all naming a bunch of classic battles. Who y'all said? Y'all said Head Ice versus Chess. Head Ice versus Chess. Iron Solomon versus JC. That would be dope. I'm gonna talk about that next. If Urltv versus King of the Dot event happens and they set up Head Ice versus JC, first we got to talk about, will Head Ice beat Cortez? They battled before, so this is a grudge match. They battled before, and apparently Cortez won. Whether Head Ice loses, man, you can tell top 5 battles. Now for better understanding American battles. Top 5 battles of 2017. All right, I'm gonna try to, or maybe of all time. Now, of all time, that's hard. I'm gonna get back into that Head Ice versus Chess in a minute, but I'm gonna talk about these top 5 battles. Just off the head, man, that's something that it's hard to do. That's something that I would really want to do research on and actually get a list of the battles that I want to watch. But just thinking off a top, all right, top 5 in 2017, Briz Rothstein versus Ill Will. If y'all watched a lot of my reviews and my recaps, yeah, it's just my opinion. I feel you. But if y'all watch a lot of my reviews and recaps, I always mention Briz Rothstein versus Ill Will because the level that they was both on, that battle was so close. Now, Briz Rothstein went last in that battle, I believe, and Ill Will went first. And sometimes that is the deciding factor on whether or not you're going to have that lasting impact on the crowd and how the crowd is going to react to you. Because I think I had Briz Rothstein getting that 3-0. But that was another 3-0 battle where you edged every round just barely. You just barely, like it wasn't a body bag. A 3-0 is not always a body bag. You edged each round just barely. Like if Briz Rothstein would have slipped up, can get it on sound, but write in chat names. Yeah. What I was saying. Oh yeah, he 3-0'd him. But if Briz, like I was saying, Briz Rothstein slipped up just for a moment, Ill Will would have had it. And also, the thing about that battle, too, is Briz Rothstein had the crowd. He was the crowd favorite. And if you watch Ill Will battles, people don't always rock with Ill Will like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes that irks my nerves, too. Like, yo, man, like, Ill Will is actually spitting. So why y'all not giving him that reaction? But that was a close battle. That's, this top 5 is not going to be in any order. But that's one of the battles. So we got Briz Rothstein versus Ill Will. That's one of the top 5 battles in 2017. Now, these next battles that I'm about to say, they are about to come from Summer Madness 6. And that's why Summer Madness 6 was so ill and dope, because I felt like in Summer Madness 6, from the very first battle, I was like, yo, this is going to be the battle of the night. And then the next battle happened. I'm like, oh, maybe this battle is going to be the battle of the night. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like that with every battle except for the Briz Rothstein and Calico, because I felt like Calico was spitting mixtape bars, or he was spitting some bars that he recycled. He wasn't really trying. Briz Rothstein was having mic issues. So that battle wasn't as dope as what it could have been. But this next battle, number 2, top 5 battles in 2017, I'm going to have to say JC versus Rum Nitty, what I was just talking about. Like, that might be the battle of the year, the battle of the year. I don't know yet. I want to see what it looks like on cam, but in the building, that was fire. That sparked the JC versus Lux talk again, because people been talking about JC versus Lux before that battle, but that had people thinking like, yo, can he really beat Lux? Not only is he ready for Lux, can JC beat Lux? You feel what I'm saying? But so that would be number 2. Number 3, write please names. I'm not understanding what you're saying. Write please names. I'm not understanding what you're saying. But no, I'm live right now. But what I was gonna say, Cortez versus New Jersey Twerk. Once y'all see that battle, y'all gonna go crazy, man, because Cortez, he hasn't been getting his respect due. And I'm another person who I said earlier in his career, he means that he can't get names of the battlers on the fly. Oh, so is he wanting me to write the names down? Like, where would I write them down? Or talking about them later on so he can look them up? I don't know, but once I figure out what you're saying, I definitely got you. But New Jersey Twerk versus Cortez. Like, what I was saying about Cortez is once I see this battle, it's gonna be fire. When I first started watching Cortez like years ago, I was like, he's nice. The presence, his bars, wordplay, everything. Like, I liked everything that Cortez was doing. But in the more recent years, I thought Cortez's what's the name? I thought his presence, and presence is everything in the battle, because your presence has to match what you're saying. Whatever you're saying, it has to be somewhat like believable. Getting what I'm saying? Like, we know you're not actually out here busting. You know what I'm saying? Busting whatever you doing, jugging. You might not be robbing people. Whatever you saying, everybody's not doing that. Like, we know that. You know what I'm saying? But your presence has to be believable, and that's what when Cortez was spitting some of his rounds, I'd be like, yo, what he's doing, what he's saying is really, really dope. You know what I'm saying? But his presence didn't always match it, so it was kind of like a disconnect. It didn't resonate with me well. You know what I'm saying? But this year, Cortez, I don't know if he's been listening to the fans, or if he went and studied his game tapes, or if he knew what he was lacking and he fixed it. But whatever he did, it definitely worked. On Double Impact 2 with him, and it was him and Math Hoffa versus who they battle? Who did they battle? I forgot who they battled. But they battled Ill Will and Rum Nitty. Math Hoffa kind of played off the wordplay that Cortez had, and Cortez kind of played off of the wordplay. I mean, kind of played off the presence and the bully factor that Math Hoffa has. And after that, I kind of looked at Cortez differently. I felt like in his battles, he was able to implement a more believable factor, and that just ascended him to another level. You know what I'm saying? And you definitely seen that in this battle that he had versus New Jersey Twerk. New Jersey Twerk, like, was another battle rapper where I'm like, yo, in the beginning of his career, when I first started watching his battles, I'm like, he's nice. Like, I like his style. It's wild. It's different. It's different from every other battle rapper that's out right now. Like, you have to be unique, and congrats to him for that. Like, you gotta applaud him. But after a while, I'm like, okay, now he's being overhyped. You know what I'm saying? And once you're overhyped as a battle rapper, I don't know if it's conscious or subconsciously, you feel like you don't have to try as hard. You can just say anything because you're writing for the fans, and you know the fans are going to react to anything you say. You know what I'm saying? But in this battle, New Jersey Twerk was on one as well. Like, he was going in. Like, he had the bars, and like I was saying if y'all watch my recap, Cortez versus New Jersey Twerk, I was saying that New Jersey Twerk, his haymakers was different from Cortez. Like, Cortez, you knew, like, every 4 bars, you knew the punch is going to come here, so you can prepare for it. So if you in boxing, whether or not you're going to get hit, if you know you're going to get hit and you can't do anything about it, at least you can prepare mentally to withstand and tense up or whatever you do to prepare for that punch. But New Jersey Twerk, instead of every 4 bars is being a punchline, he might spit 2 bars, and that third line is a punch. You get what I'm saying? And so, like, if you equating it to boxing, it might be the same power in the haymaker that this opponent has, but if you going to get somebody else and you don't expect that haymaker, you're going to get knocked out. You feel what I'm saying? So what's that, number 2? New Jersey Twerk versus Cortez. That's number 2 top battle of 2017. Who else we got, man? T-Top versus Av. Another battle rapper that I felt like when I first started watching him, he's dope. Every punch is dope. Then after a while, I'm like, I didn't think he was overhyped. I just wasn't feeling what he was saying. But it was some factors to that. He got hit for stealing bars, or accused of stealing bars. So you can kind of feel like his confidence kind of fell. And so that affects your performance, your presence on stage, and everything. And but in this battle, T-Top versus Av, every bar, Av was on a mission. You can tell he had something to prove. He was hungry. He was on a mission for real. Every bar was dope. And but what's crazy is T-Top was able to counter that. Everybody thought T-Top was going to lose because he just tells stories. You know what I'm saying? But to me, storytelling is a major factor in whether you're doing music, whether you painting a picture, whether you battle rapping. Like, you have to have a visual. If the crowd can follow your visual and feel like they can actually visualize what you're saying, then you're going to win. But everybody felt like that was going to be T-Top's downfall. His storytelling was going to be his downfall, but it wasn't. If you watch his interview on Hip Hop Is Real, he was saying how he figured out how to mix his storytelling, but shorten it, give you the visual, but mixing the punchlines that the crowd is going to want to react to. And he definitely added a lot of humor in it too. And it was a paradigm shift. Like, he switched the whole perspective on how it was going to go down, and it went down differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, T-Top definitely was on one as well, and he definitely surprised us. That's why I feel like he won that battle in the building. It might be different on cam, but in the building, he definitely won that battle. T-Top versus Av, top 3 battle in 2017. Coming in the number 4. Remember, y'all put me on the spot. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't had the time to really do any research on that. But on the spot, top 5 battle 2017, coming in at number 4, man. Who we got, man? Who we got? In the chat, if y'all in this chat, man, remind me of some of the battles that happened this year so I can kind of get an understanding. Oh, no, I know. Daylight versus Bangs. That definitely has to be in the top 5. Daylight is I'm a fan of Daylight. And Daylight is my Wi-Fi still on this laptop? Oh, I ain't turn it off. Alright, I gotta turn it off so that my connection be good. But for y'all, But Daylight versus Bangs. Daylight, I'm a fan of Daylight, but lately his battle versus Mickey Fax was very disappointing. New Jersey Turtles Cortez. Um, I don't know what else you said in that, man. It's in Russian. But Daylight versus Bangs. All right, Daylight versus Mickey Fax. We gotta refer to that battle. He definitely disappointed me in that battle. Like Mickey Fax. Even though I thought that was Mickey Fax was overhyped, Mickey Fax definitely won against Daylight. You know what I'm saying? I felt like Daylight wasn't trying. Like you could tell when a person is giving away a battle. Not trying to say he's trying to give Mickey Fax that battle, but he just threw away that battle because he didn't care about it for whatever reason. But Daylight versus Bangs, Daylight really was very reminiscent of the Daylight. If you're a fan of Daylight, you would have been proud to watch that battle. Like, he definitely had his humor. He definitely had entertainment value. You know what I'm saying? He definitely had his punchlines. Oh, yeah, sorry, that's for Russian viewers. Oh, okay, I got you. That's cool. But Daylight definitely, he had everything that you love about Daylight. Yes, Cortez won, but I haven't found battles of another one too. Yeah, Daylight definitely was everything that you want Daylight to be in this battle that he had against Bangs. And then Bangs, watching this battle, I was new to watching Bangs. You know what I'm saying? And when I did the interview with him, I was telling Bangs like, "Yo, I haven't seen that many battles from you. So this is one of the battles that made me start watching your battles and seeing what you have going on." You know what I'm saying? And Bangs was freestyling, like he was proven to be like one of the best freestylers in this battle. Like he definitely, if you can take your writtens and if you forget your writtens, be able to freestyle and it sound like it's a written, like, yo, come on, man, you can't be played with, man. If every battle was like that for you, you cannot be played with, man. Like anybody who battles you has to take you serious. So coming in at number 4, Daylight versus Bangs. Now, number 5 battle, top 5 battles of 2017, coming in at number 5. Again, this is off top, so I gotta think about it a little bit. Who y'all think? I'm gonna go ahead and say what battles did K-Shine have? K-Shine versus Hitman Hollow was dope. But I'm not gonna say battle of 2017. Geechee Gotti versus Glue Easy was dope. That's okay for top 4. Alright, cool. But what I was talking about before, man, is I want to get back into this topic, URL versus King of the Dot. If URL set up that URL versus King of the Dot event, which I said, y'all say I was talking about Ilmac versus Rum Nitty. Who also said? I'm trying to bring up this chat. I got a bad connection. I can't bring it up on my phone. Maybe I can bring it up on his computer for y'all. Talking to y'all for 50 minutes now, close to an hour. Hold on, man. Trying to bring this up for y'all. But I know y'all said Tay Rock versus Big K. Yeah. If URL set up Tay Rock versus Big K, that I don't know if I talked about that before, but that would be dope. That would definitely be dope. Hold up real quick, y'all. Bear with me. Somebody said I have arts on IG. Yeah. I got I'm an artist, man. So check out my IG. Definitely check out my IG, man. I do art. And what I'm gonna start doing too is I'm trying to figure out a way to mix my art, find time for my art, and doing this vlogging for battle rap. So what I'm gonna start doing, if y'all like art, man, I'm gonna start going live and drawing, and definitely, what's the name? Definitely like drawing some of y'all favorite battle rappers. So let me know what battle rappers y'all would want me to draw, color, all that, man. And appreciate it. Yeah, I have nice arts on IG, man. I appreciate that, man, for real. What other battles was y'all saying? If URL versus King of the Dot, what's that happening? Oh, Head Ice versus Chess. That's what I wanted to talk about it. Alright, I just got it. That's what I wanted to talk about, man. Head Ice versus Chess, man. Head Ice has presence. And again, we are not in these battle rappers' lives. We don't hang out with these battle rappers, so we don't know what they actually would do. They say they commit certain crimes and they raps. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? All we hear is the stories, you know what I'm saying? But you got her? Yes. All we hear is the stories, you know what I'm saying? So all we can do is follow the believability factor. And Head Ice has one of the most believable factors in his rounds. You get what I'm saying? His whole presence, you know what I'm saying? How he walks on the stage, his confidence, you know what I'm saying? He has a laid back stage like, yo, this is what it is when he's rapping, you feel what I'm saying? And Chess will be going up against that. Chess would definitely not Chess would have to not choke in his battle. He can't stumble. Well, a little stumble or losing your pacing a little bit will be cool because you can bring that back. But choking, like he did in that JC battle, that would not be acceptable. You feel what I'm saying? Like that cannot go down, yo. That cannot go down. Now, but as far as Head Ice's punchlines, I'm not a fan of his punchlines too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, anytime I mention like my favorite battle from Head Ice, I always mention the Head Ice versus Pat Stay. I liked his punchlines in that. I like his presence in that. I like everything he was doing in that. You know what I'm saying? The overall package that he had in that battle. He doesn't bring that with every battle to me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he does that. He has battles here and there where he does that, but he definitely if he brings that Head Ice, then that'd be dope. I feel like Head Ice versus K-Shine, if I remember correctly, it may have been just like his first round that was like totally fire. Like his opening lines against K-Shine was fire. But if you bring the best Head Ice versus Chess has more punchlines. Chess has more haymakers that the fans are going to feel. And Chess would be more of a fan favorite because you look at Chess. How many times does Chess choke or stumble in the battle and we still rock behind him? You know what I'm saying? We still rally behind him. We still root him on. We still want to see his battles. Anytime URL announces a battle that he's going to be on the card, we still get excited for it. You know what I'm saying? We still want to see that Cortez versus Chess. When they release that is still going to do numbers because Cortez is who he is now. You know what I'm saying? He's starting to get the notoriety and the respect and the credibility that he deserves, and he's going against Chess. You know what I'm saying? So Head Ice versus Chess. That's I'm gonna go ahead and call that. If URL versus King of the Dot was to happen, and they have Head Ice versus Chess, I'm going to give Chess 2-1, but he's going to edge those 2 rounds that he gets because Head Ice is going to at least get one solid round where his presence is too overbearing. Do you follow mainstream hip hop, top or only battle rap? Oh nah, I follow mainstream hip hop for real a lot, man. Like I like doing music and writing and all that, so I'm more into like mainstream hip hop. So I would know more about that. But lately, since I've been following battle rap and vlogging, like I've been putting all my time into vlogging, looking into different things, you know what I'm saying, and just watching battles and all that. I haven't been listening to much music like that. But if you was to ask me questions about like just mainstream hip hop and music and what's going on in the industry, I would be able to give you more in-depth insight, like perspective, and more in-depth opinion on what's going on in the music industry than I would in battle rap. You feel what I'm saying? Because I grew up just listening to hip hop. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody that was around me listened to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop, R&B, just music. Period. You feel what I'm saying? I try to listen to all genres. You know what I'm saying? I try to listen to pop. I try to listen to rock. I try to listen to soul. I try to listen to country. You know what I'm saying? Now, the other genres I wouldn't be able to text and chat link to a YouTube video, your favorite rap battle ever. Favorite rap battle ever. Man, y'all put me on the spot. Favorite rap battle ever. I like a lot of battles. But I'm gonna say, if y'all can look up, I'm not gonna do any from this year, but if y'all can look up Murder Mook versus Jay Mills. But I'm gonna say this: the battle that got me watching battle rap again in this era. One more time, thanks for this live stream. We'll follow your channel. Gotta go back to works. Yeah, appreciate it, man. I appreciate the support again. Support to all my salute to all my supporters, man. The battle that got me watching battle rap in this era again, I would say DNA versus Dizaster. That was one of them. I think that battle happened in like 2013 or 12 or something like that. Another battler that got me watching this era again was John and Don. Like, it was 2012, 2013 when John and Don versus DNA versus Dizaster. Yeah, that was a dope battle. And I think Cortez went against Dizaster too. That's another battle that I thought was fire. Like, what's his name? What I was talking about? I said Cortez versus Dizaster. Oh, John and Don. John and Don definitely had battles that made me interested in watching battle rapping again. You feel what I'm saying? Back when he was, starting his run a few years ago. You feel what I'm saying? Dizaster versus Cannabis. You know what I'm saying? What's crazy is I talk a lot of stuff about Dizaster. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of his battles got me, excited about the culture again. You know what I'm saying? Dizaster versus Cannabis. What he did to Cannabis. You know what I'm saying? But also we can't. Dizaster was nice in that battle, but we can't just equate that win to Dizaster's skill. Like, part of Cannabis losing was because he forgot his whole rounds. He pulled out a notebook, you know what I'm saying? And he was complaining that he don't have time to remember all his rounds. There's 30 pages in his, 30 pages of rhymes in his book. I can't remember all that, you know what I'm saying? You complaining in the battle, you pulling out your book in the battle. You know what I'm saying? It's different factors as why Dizaster won, but I'm not going to discredit his win. But those are some of the battles that I like, that got me excited, that got me a part of the culture again. If you want to talk about like old battles, like from like 06, that Philly era, man, like Reed Dollars. Go look up some of Reed Dollars. Go look up to read some of Reed Dollars battles. I was liking that whole Philly movement. You know what I'm saying? I like watching Ness. Oh, okay. See me talking about it more. It got me thinking of She good? All right. The whole me talking about it more, it got me jogging my memory. Go look up Young Hot versus Murder Mook. That's one of my favorite battles from Murder Mook. I like that battle. Young Hot versus Murder Mook. I like that. The battler that Murder Mook was in that battle, I like more than Murder Mook versus Jay Mills. I felt like Murder Mook did better in that battle against Young Hot than he did against Jay Mills. Go look up I think T-Rex versus Tech 9. These are all on URL. Go URL has some like their earlier battles, like pretty much nothing but classics. Ness versus My Son. So if y'all asking what's my one of my favorite battles of all time, Ness versus My Son, man. I used to love what Ness would do in the battles, man. Like he has the pure energy. He's a Yeah, it seems a hard choice to pick up on only one. Yeah, man, it's hard to just pick one battle because there's so many good battles. You know what I'm saying? This battle might be your favorite at one point, but then tomorrow a battle might drop that just blows your mind. You know what I'm saying? But Enes versus My Son. Wait, Enes, another battle rapper that has a rhythmic style. If y'all notice a pattern here, I like battle rappers who have a rhythmic style. Big K, T Top, you know what I'm saying? Enes, Reed Dollars, like certain people that styles is very rhythmic, you know what I'm saying? And it could get repetitive, but they missing jokes, they mix in performance and energy that makes it not repetitive. You feel what I'm saying? My Son's first round versus Enes was dope. But after that I wasn't really feeling what he was saying. But I thought Enes performance against My Son was definitely one of his best performances ever. Enes always gets wild, so always flinging his arms. Like I just like that. But yeah. What else? Another battle. Reed Dollars. Now some of the people Reed Dollars battled I can't really name because they're not like top people. I don't really know their names, but I know Reed Dollars, man. Reed Dollars. Before I really got into like with that Philly movement, I feel like nobody mentions the Philly movement like that. The Philly movement is really played a big role in the culture of battle rap, like this whole era of like the past 10 years, you know what I'm saying? Because when Smack was putting out those DVDs with the battles and all that, you know what I'm saying? The Philly was dropping a lot of DVDs with with Joey Jihad, you know what I'm saying? Reed Dollars, you had Kaboom, you had NH, Meek Mill, you know what I'm saying? With different Philly rappers, and you know what I mean? Beanie Siegel would pop up sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Just watching them, but you would see them battling, you know what I'm saying? Joey Jihad was battling more, Reed Dollars was battling more. I don't think Meek Mill had a few battles. Everybody looks at him like the mainstream rapper that just known came up from the battle rap era, but he didn't have as many battles as like Reed Dollars. You know what I'm saying? He had a few battles, but he was more just on the Philly DVDs, just like freestyling. You know what I'm saying? But the Philly battle rap and freestyle movement definitely played the part in what the culture is now. You know what I'm saying? It kind of piggybacked on what Smack was doing with the Smack DVDs and kind of helped propel the Smack DVDs as well, even though they wasn't on Smack. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of made them talk about the Smack DVDs more because it's like a competition now. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have a competitor, like you have nobody to compare yourself to, and it's going to be less debates, less arguments. You feel what I'm saying? But Reed Dollars, if you want to see like some raw energy, that real grit energy and that grittiness, man, go watch Reed Dollars battles. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna I was watch some of the other Philly battle rappers coming up. Now every Philly battle rapper doesn't have that grittiness because they Reed Dollars has the classic Philly style, but he has the grittiness. All the other Philly battle rappers have more of like a tad bit of grittiness, but they're more rhythmic, but it's different from like a Big K and a T Top. They're more like sing-songy. Their style is more sing-songy. They be like riding on the block, like is it you'll hear more of that. So if that's what you like, go watch that, man. But that's some of the battles that had me into the culture, like when I was a young boy. You know what I'm saying? When I was in middle school and all that, I was watching those battles. But yeah, man. I keep this vlog started off URL was King of the Dot and then went to something completely different, man. But it's cool. Everybody in the chat, who else y'all would want to see if URL and King of the Dot was to have an event against each other? You know what I'm saying? Why my thing not pulling up the chats? Oh, it's already pulled up. I stopped following the industry in recent years, but I used to enjoy it before. It will be interesting in hearing your point of view on how you like the industry now or before. What I like about the industry now and before. All right. Now what we have to understand is there's always going to be change. How battle rap is, because I know you're talking about the mainstream music industry, but I'm gonna equate both of them. How battle rap is now is going to be different from what it was 10 years ago and 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Definitely what it was 20 years ago, because 20 years ago it was the battle rap culture and the music industry culture mixed in one. If you was in the music industry, you had to battle rap. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got their deals off of just walking up to somebody and battling and rapping. You get what I'm saying? My Son tells a story. I think it's on WDVII. He tells a story on how he was getting noticed. He was walking up to Sean, battling Sean, and Nori was there witnessing that. You feel what I'm saying? You hear the DMX versus Jay-Z before DMX even came out with an album, before the world knew who DMX was. You know what I'm saying? You hear DMX and Jay-Z going at it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't have no footage of that. You feel what I'm saying? But it was just a talk. Everybody was battling. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no songs. Nobody was listening to the songs. Everybody was going to the clubs or to the spot wherever they was holding the battle at, and it was battling. You know what I'm saying? They was going at it toe for toe. You feel what I'm saying? So what the only thing what I don't like about the new era of the music industry is it's kind of that competitiveness, man. Like I hate that battle rap and the music industry are separate now. You get what I'm saying? It's not the same thing anymore. You got I'm just gonna use Lil Uzi Vert for example. Lil Uzi Vert. You got Lil Yachty. You got Migos or whatever. They just have catchy songs, catchy choruses. You might not even like the song, but the song is catchy, the tune is catchy, the beat is catchy, and you rock with it. You know what I'm saying? You listen to it when it come on your radio or your Pandora or Spotify or whatever music streaming service you use. You know what I'm saying? When it comes on your thing, you really on your service, you really don't switch it like that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like some of the music is dope, but that's like one of the only things I'm not gonna say the only thing, because I can get deep into it. Like, it's other stuff that I don't like about it, but that's one of the main things. They don't battle, man. It's not about bars anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still like people like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. People like me who always mention like the good of the music industry. They always mention J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. You always hear the Big Sean's, because they can mix lyricism with a catchy hook and a good beat. And to me, you have to be a very skilled artist, and you have to have the passion for it to actually sit down, structure thought-provoking lyrics, verses, hooks, and make it catchy at the same time on a catchy beat. You get what I'm saying? So with the old era, you had the beats were different. Before that time, the beats were catchy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, the vibe was different. How everybody moved. Now everybody moves differently. You see people dancing like that. You know what I'm saying? So the beat is different. Back then, you know what I'm saying? You just nod in your head and bounce like that. You know what I'm saying? Riding windows down, whatever. Like, how everybody move is different. So the beats is going to be different. The beats that make you move is going to be different. You know what I'm saying? Like the old era, man. Lately, since I've been getting back into my writing and trying to get back into my music, I've been listening to the old era, man. I've been listening to Tupac a lot. I've been listening to DMX a lot. I've been listening to like some of the people that influenced my style, but I still like I listen to Meek Mill a lot, because he's someone in the new era who still has that grittiness and that rawness of like the old era, but it's mixed in with the new era. You feel what I'm saying? He has new beats. You know what I'm saying? He can flow on a new beat. He can do a song with the Migos, and he can do all that. It's a hard choice. Murder Mook wants to battle Oxxxymiron. Yeah, Murder Mook, man. Murder Mook battling like Oxxxymiron. Like Vada was saying, man. Like, it's a whole bunch of other people that you gotta battle first. You gotta battle Surf first, man. You gotta battle Hollow. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain people that you have to battle before you get Oxxxymiron. You know what I'm saying? That's why Organic is saying that Dizaster is the GOAT. But I don't think Dizaster is the GOAT. Like I was mentioning earlier in his live stream, Dizaster is not the GOAT. He's just getting better looks. You get what I'm saying? But he's battled enough people. He's battled the people that he needs to battle before he can get an Oxxxymiron. You know what I'm saying? It was a build up. You can't just sit down. You can't just sit down for a few years and expect to get a big battle. No, man. We still want to see you battle this person. You know what I'm saying? It's not Dizaster doesn't have too many battles where people are requesting it and he's not setting it up. Like, if a whole bunch of people are requesting a certain battle from Dizaster, it's not being ignored like that. You feel what I'm saying? So Murder Mook, man, I don't know. He gotta get his mind right. You know what I'm saying? I know I be seeing him on Twitter talking about can't watch people's pockets or whatever. You know what I'm saying? His vlog, but if we're vloggers or whatever, and we're fans of battle rap, want to know everything, and I'm gonna have opinions on everything that goes on in battle rap, whether it's the money aspect, the business aspect, or just the bars, just the social life or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Figure out what you want to do next. Battle Surf next. You know what I'm saying? Battle Hollow again if you ain't already battled them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain battles you gotta, again, it's certain battles that you gotta touch on, that has to happen. And I feel like it'll be big if Murder Mook come back. You know what I'm saying? But you don't just get that look, because a look like that guarantees a bigger payday. And that's what it seems is happening with Murder Mook. Murder Mook is looking for that big look, which means a bigger payday, instead of taking battles that he can get for like 20,000. You know what I'm saying? If Hitman Holla is getting that bag for 30,000 or 20,000 at least, why you can't take that? You know what I'm saying? What are you bigger than the culture? And that's what I was talking about before with URL and King of the Dot. King of the Dot doesn't seem like they just doing it for money. You know what I'm saying? When the whole thing started with the battle rap not getting at as many advertisers, you know what I'm saying? Not making as much money on YouTube anymore. A couple other people mentioned it before too. Like, King of the Dot was still dropping battles. It's not just about the money. You feel what I'm saying? And Murder Mook, you making it about the money now. Somebody can't pay you $100,000. You know what I'm saying? King of the Dot might be able to set that up. I don't know. It seems like they may have bigger sponsors. I'm not in the King of the Dot circle, so I don't know exactly what sponsors they have, but it seems like they have bigger sponsors to set up these bigger battles. But you know what I'm saying? You basically saying you're bigger than the culture. Smack and Beasley and the whole URL, they don't have the sponsors to, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and sponsor that and give you that money, that $100,000 or more, or whatever you asking for. I don't know the exact amount that you asking for, but no, you can't get Oxxxymiron, man. That's not happening. That probably will never happen. You know why that will never happen? Because we will never see you against Surf. You're never going to take another battle again. You know what I'm saying? You're pretty much making that clear. But hey, man, kudos to you. Whatever you want to do, man. But I feel like you just gotta everything anybody does has to be for the culture, man. If you're a vlogger, vlog for the culture, man. State your opinion and try to build the culture up, man. Don't just talk negative about it. Don't just talk positive about it. Talk what's needed to be talked about. If you a league owner, set up the battles that we want to see. Set up good matches. We understand that some matches are going to look better on paper, but when the battle actually happens, it wasn't a good idea. Some battles might look weird on paper, but when the battle actually happens, it's a classic. You know what I'm saying? Do it for the culture, man. But again, no. And Oxxxymiron already said that he don't want to he want to focus on the music a little more now. You know what I'm saying? He didn't had enough battles right now. Well, he only got like 5-6 battles. Well, you have a new starting lineup. Yeah, URL. We already see Briz Rosine say he's a free agent. I heard they said Rum Nitty might be like near the ending of his contract. But URL, all right. What thing of it is, about URL. Every few years, everything switches in society, period. How people think, what's being promoted, what people like. That's the same thing with the music, man. And when I was watching Timberland a few years ago on the Breakfast Club, he was explaining how music changes every 4 years. The president changes every 4 years because it's how society thinks changes 4 years. What's needed in society changes every 4 years. You know what I'm saying? And same thing in battle rap. Just because battle rap is on a smaller scale, just because it doesn't, it's not as important as what's going on and what's needed in society, doesn't mean things don't change. Bridge Rothstein, T Top. Who else we got in that era that came in with them? Basically, that whole class. Pretty soon they're gonna be pushed out, man. They're not gonna get as much promotion from URL as it was before because they have to start finding the next people that they're going to promote, and that's going to carry their brand for another 3 years. So T Top is about to be on this traffic card. I think he's going to do well on, but within the next year he's going to get a few more battles. But after that, they probably going to stop booking him for that many battles like that. He's not going to be on every card. Bridge Rothstein is not going to be on every card. We're going to start seeing New Jersey Twerk on, you know what I mean, on every card probably. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start seeing Jack Boy, man. I don't know if he's still in jail or not, so I don't even have much to say about that. But if he wasn't, if he gets out, whatever his situation is, once he shows and improves in more battles, then they're going to start pushing him. They're going to start pushing Glue Easy. You know what I'm saying? They're going to start pushing JC, because even though JC been in the game for a minute now, he has a new life. He's like Cortez, where they're starting to get their credit due. They're starting to get their respect now this year. So JC, Cortez, New Jersey Twerk, Jack Boy Maine, if he can get his situation together, Glue Easy. Chef Trez, I feel like, I don't know. Chef Trez, if he can start doing this thing, what's his name? Mike P. If they can all start, you know what I mean, just continue to be consistent, URL is going to push them for the next 3 to 4 years. That's who's going to carry their brand. And within that 3 to 4 years, URL is going to be looking for new talent that's going to carry their brand for another 3 or 4 years. You know what I'm saying? They about to and I'm not saying they just want to throw Bridge Rothstein and T Top and everybody else that came in that class out the window, but they're not gonna be focused on them like that anymore. Their focus on them is gonna be a little less. And that's pretty much it is with that. But back on what I like about the new era, the mainstream hip hop. Again, it's new. I like that they just having fun. So no more chess. Oh yeah, chess. Nah, I feel like chess. They still gonna push chess. They still gonna push chess within that next 3 to 4 years with Twerk, with Mike P, with Glue Easy, with all of them, because chess is still new. Chess is young. When chess started off, chess was kind of like in that same class with Bridge Rothstein and T Top. You feel what I'm saying? But he was young. He was still a teenager, 16, 17. You feel what I'm saying? So he still has time to grow into his what his style is. His style still has time to improve and all that. Like, and what direction he want to go into. His fan base still has time to build, like to come into himself and figure out who he is as a battle rapper. I'm not sure if he figured it out. He may have thought he has figured it out, but he still has time. He still has a couple more years to figure that out. You feel what I'm saying? So if chess is still building, then chess is going to still be in that new era. You know what I'm saying? But chess has to take every battle serious. I feel like he can't take too many battles. He has to pace himself. If he can pace himself, then he has time to write his battles. He has time to remember his battles, practice and perform. and give the fans a good performance and not choke. Because if he keeps choking, he has a couple more battles. They gonna only give him like 1 or 2 more battles, and if he keeps choking, he's gonna be done with T-Top and Briz. He's not gonna be in that new era of battle rappers that's gonna that URL is gonna promote for the next 3 to 4 years to carry their brand. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. You have to. I feel like battle rappers have to pace themselves. This is why when Murder Mook was mentioning that he would battle Oxxxymiron. Oxxxymiron's like, no, let's focus on the music, because Oxxxymiron only has 5-6 battles now. You know what I'm saying? But he paces himself. He understands, like, you can run out of material. You can run out of inspiration. So if you did, everybody's not DNA. Everybody can't just battle every league, you know what I'm saying, 3 times a month and still put on decent performances. Everybody can't do that. So you have to know what you can do, pace yourself. And if you do pace yourself, make sure every battle, you know what I'm saying? I feel like every battler has to pace himself and only should do a certain amount of battles a year. But if you do that, that means you have time to focus on crafting every round, every bar, making sure every performance is dope for the fans. The fans is going to enjoy what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You got to have the quality. Now we're talking about quality versus quantity. This is why, again, the whole reason for this vlog is why King of the Dot is about to surpass URL. You know what I'm saying? URL is still like that name brand that everybody came up on, everybody grew up watching. That's why they're still at the top, even with like some of all their issues, some of their business practices. And again, I'm not in their circle, so I don't know what's going on behind the scenes on their thought process. But this is why King of the Dot is doing so well, because they have quality. Not only do they focus on the quantity, they know quality is a priority. The fans want to watch a good battle, a good clear picture. They want to hear a good audio. They don't want audio where in the middle of the round the mic drops or the mic cuts off, you know what I'm saying, or it's distorted. You missed the bar, you know what I'm saying? That means the battler's bar wasn't as effective as it could have been. You know what I'm saying? That messes up the fans' experience. It seems like King of the Dot is catering to what the fans want more. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the battle rappers have to do as well. You have to the fans want to see more. I guarantee you the fans want to see more good battles from you than just any old battle from you. You know what I'm saying? The fans would rather see 6. Well, six is a lot in a year too, but I'm just going to throw that number out. The fans would rather see 6 good, excellent, spectacular battles from you than 15 decent battles. You know what I'm saying? Than 15 battles where some was the best performances you ever had and some was just like, should I watch this battle? Is this battle even important enough for me to watch? You know what I'm saying? Like, focus on crafting your rounds, man. Me as a writer, I know it takes time to actually craft your rounds, yet alone perform it, remember it. You know what I'm saying? Each battle is like a mixtape of bars. I guarantee you, because if you have a 3-minute round, that's a whole song. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole song. But you cutting out the verses in those. I mean, not the verses. You cutting out the choruses in those songs. You know what I'm saying? So it's worth, you know what I mean, a song and a half, whatever. So you gotta, each battle's like a few songs, and that's take time to construct, to practice, to memorize, and all that, and make sure every line is perfect for the fans, and that you catering to the fans, but you still being true to yourself. Like, it's a lot with battle rap. Battle rap ain't just sitting down writing raps and performing it. You know what I'm saying? Some battle rappers may seem like it's that easy. I don't think it is. Only a few battle rappers can do that. You hear about DNA doing that. How many other people do you hear doing that? Charlie Clips may be able to do that. Just sit down and write bars the day before. You know what I'm saying? And still be able to perform it like it's new. But everybody can't do that, man. So my advice to a battle rapper, if you want to keep the fans interested and keep your brand intact, is to pace yourself. You gotta pace yourself, man. But yeah, man. Oxxxymiron versus Dizaster, definitely big for the culture. Shout out to King of the Dot for having that battle. And you know, and what's crazy is they have a 2-day event. I know I was about to end this, but I gotta say this. URL, maybe y'all should put in 2-day events. Put those kind of events on, man. I'm interested in seeing that. Again, like I said, I watch URL more than I watch King of the Dot because the battles entertain me more. But as far as like the live streams and the bigger moments, King of the Dot definitely has bigger moments that are talked about in the culture more. So, but I think URL should start doing 2-day events, URL should do 2-day events like King of the Dot did. Like they had Oxxxymiron. I thought that was gonna be like one of the only battles that was dope on this card. That battle and B-Dot versus A-Word, but Big K versus Pass was dope. A-Ward versus Peanut was dope. Like that whole card was dope. It wasn't really any battles like that I didn't enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Mac versus Iron Solomon was fire. And then what's crazy is this weekend coming up, same event name. They throwing another battle event. Head Ice versus Cortez. That's going to be crazy because that's a title match. They got Sharon versus Sirius Jones. That's going to be the battle of the freestylers. You already know. URL versus RBE. Nah, URL versus RBE. That's your question. Yeah. URL versus RBE. That's not gonna ever happen, man. You know why? Because URL, you had Beasley talking a few months ago on Hip Hop Is Real saying URL versus King of the Dot is not going to happen because King of the Dot will benefit more, and that URL is a bigger brand, and URL had like 600 some odd thousand subscribers, and King of the Dot had like 500,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a big difference. So if he thinks King of the Dot is not worthy of setting up an event with them, he's definitely not going to think RBE is not worthy. He's definitely not going to think RBE is worthy. And that's not a shot at RBE because RBE is dope. But as far as based on what Beasley is saying, RBE would benefit more from that. And I think that would be dope if RBE versus URL, because you got to think of who URL has, but also RBE has some of the same like fan base and battlers that URL has. Some of the battlers that battle on URL battle on RBE as well. Like you got but if that was to happen, just to entertain that, I would want to see Oops. I don't know if y'all know who Oops is, because y'all might have forgot about him, but Oops is dope. Oops is in the English battle rap community. It has a different who battled with. Hold up. What you say? In the English battle rap community, it has a disrespectful person who battled with no MCs, but low. On that one, I'm not even sure, man. But I'll probably touch on that topic in a minute. But if RBE and versus URL was to go down, I think Oops would definitely have to represent RBE, because he definitely has story. He'll be able to have different elements in his rounds. Like he tells more of his struggle, but he can mix in bars with it. You know what I'm saying? He can mix in schemes. He can mix in different bars that the crowd is going to be able to relate to, and that's going to resonate with them. You know what I'm saying? Who else do RBE have? Showtime retired, but if he came back, that would be nice. I mean, not Showtime. I said Showtime. I mean Show Off. I'm thinking of Verb's signature Showtime, but Show Off. Show Off retired, but if he came back, Jay Murder, he will probably be representing RBE. And Jay Murder is nice, but he's not consistent to me. And even in like a single battle, I don't think his whole rounds, I don't think he's consistent all 3 rounds. You feel what I'm saying? So I think it would be easy for somebody. I think it would be easier for URL to find somebody that will destroy Jay Murder than it would for them to be able to find somebody that would destroy Oops. Because you can't just find a battle rapper. I'm not saying Oops can't be beat. Oops can obviously be beat, but you can't just find somebody that would just utterly destroy him. You feel what I'm saying? Who else on battles on RBE like that? That doesn't battle on URL or King of the Dot like that. Because we got JC. JC definitely battles on RBE more than URL, but this year JC has been on URL. You know what I'm saying? Some like his 2 biggest battles has been on URL. He lost against Big K on RBE, but he let's say JC. Oh, you asked me how to spell it. Is J, the letter J and the letter C. If you're trying to look JC up, just put in J, the letter J, the letter C, and then put versus, and his battles will come up if you want to watch his battles. But JC's battles on URL this year has been his biggest battles. Those are the battles that got the JC versus Low Deluxe talks spurring. You know what I'm saying? So I would still consider him a URL battler. My first battle the first battle that I ever watched of JC was on URL when he battled Chilla Jones. That's a classic battle. You know what I'm saying? So he may battle on RBE more, but would he be considered an RBE battler? I really don't think RBE has too many battlers that they can consider their own that represents their brand like that. But if JC was the represent RBE in an event that RBE went against URL, JC would definitely be a problem, and that would be a good matchup whoever they match him up with, because they would have to definitely find somebody that can go head to head with him. But that's a question that I would definitely have to answer after we see what T-Top does with JC. And I think T-Top is on a mission, man, because T-Top definitely surprises us against Av. Nobody thought he was going to come away with a body like that. But I think he's going to find a way to shift that paradigm again and come away with that win against JC. But that's going to be ill, because I'm still iffy about JC, man. I feel like he needs one more battle that's going to solidify him in my mind. You know what I'm saying? With me. You know what I'm saying? Before I can say he's all right. I know every battle he's going to be fired. I don't even have to. Every prediction I know he's going to be fired. You know what I'm saying? I'm still iffy. But not Av. T-Top definitely going to win against JC. But yeah, man. So, man, just to wrap this up, man. URL, cater to your fans more. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it all about the money. I don't know if it's all about the money with y'all, but that's what it seems like. King of the Dot, they cater to the fans. They focus on quality. They focus on not having too many mic issues. You know what I'm saying? Having good picture quality. You know what I'm saying? They have King of the Dot definitely focuses on their fans more. If they don't focus on their fans more, at least they make it seem like they focus on their fans more than focusing on the money. You know what I'm saying? When you watch their battles, they have different dynamic angles. What's up, man? Enjoyed the last recap of hospital. There's a very sophisticated, in-depth thoughts on that. Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you watching it, man. I appreciate you supporting, man. Like, again, like, if you watch my recaps, man, even if you don't agree with it, at least I appreciate you viewing it. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna agree with everybody. I'm realizing everybody not gonna agree with me, because again, how I judge battles are differently, man. I don't judge battles on what I think everybody else is gonna think. You know what I'm saying? Who everybody else is gonna give that win. I judge battles on how it made me feel. Yeah, URL had 2-day events, but not as of recently. You know what I'm saying? When they do like their weekends, like they'll have the SM6 weekend, they'll have the main card, and then the day before they have their PGs. You feel what I'm saying? King of the Dot kind of does the same thing, but King of the Dot did it 2 times this year that I can like think off the top of my head. They probably do it more. They probably do it every card. You feel what I'm saying? I know they did it. Definitely did it with Match 3, but I don't think the second day was live. this day is going to be live. You feel what I'm saying? The URL, when they had their 2-day events, did they have each event live? I'm thinking when they did their 2-day events, I don't even think they had it live. You feel what I'm saying? They might have just had it, made the fans wait for it. You know what I'm saying? King of the Dot, and that's what sets King of the Dot different. You know what I'm saying? That's what sets them apart. That's what I'm trying to say. King of the Dot is doing things differently, and King of the Dot knows that URL is still the top league right now, so they're hungry. It's just like a battle rapper. When a battle rapper has something to prove, he's more hungry. You know what I'm saying? When he's on a come up, he knows he has to beat that top tier person, so he's going to try his hardest. He's going to do everything right. He's going to structure his round to a T to make sure everything is perfect, you know what I'm saying, no flaws in it, because he knows he has something to prove. King of the Dot knows they're on the come up, and URL is still that top league that everybody goes to, so they're going to make sure everything is perfect, man. Again, like, I wanted to touch on their camera angles on the battles, man. Their picture quality is ill. It's something else. I don't know if they have different cameras, or their videographer knows how to shoot better videos or edit it better, or the settings are different, but their battles are definitely more cinematic. The angles are different. Again, just the picture quality is so much clearer. Like, when I tell you, every time I watch a King of the Dot battle, it feels like I'm watching 8 Mile, the Eminem movie. Like, it feels like I'm watching the battle from there. Like, it's more cinematic. I don't know what kind of filters they use or whatever, but yeah, man, King of the Dot is definitely on the rise. When I get off here, I'm about to check again and see how many views this Oxxymiron versus Dizaster has. How many subscribers King of the Dot has now. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, man, before I go, again, URL, you got to start looking at King of the Dot as competition now. You have to, especially with what they're doing. And it's not a situation where any league that you go against in the event where they will only benefit from it. Y'all would benefit from it together. If you set up URL versus King of the Dot right now, I guarantee you that's going to push both of their subscribers to 1 million plus. They would each have 1 million plus subscribers. I guarantee you, and it would benefit both of y'all. Not sure if it's true, but from what I've heard, King of the Dot already gained 50,000 subscribers. Yeah, King of the Dot. Yeah, that's what the vlog is about, man. King of the Dot already gained 50,000 subscribers from this battle. Like, they know the moves to make, and I feel like King of the Dot is more willing to take more risk. URL, I feel like they don't. Again, is more about the money, which I understand because you have to feed your family and all that. But I feel like with that being said, if you're worrying more about the money, you're not going to take certain risks to book certain battles and all that. And King of the Dot is going to go ahead and jump off the boat and try to catch that big battle. You know what I'm saying? Or that big moment that keep their name propelling up. But yeah, they already gained 50,000 subscribers. They're gonna gain another 50, probably another 100 by the end of this week, at least. That's at the least. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna surpass URL. They're gonna surpass URL. This, to be honest, was a huge risk because no one had any expectations as opposed to the hype. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. This is the biggest risk. Because even though Oxxymiron does that many numbers, 90 million plus views in Russia from his Russian fan base, doesn't mean it's going to translate well over here in the USA or whatever other countries is watching this. That doesn't mean it's going to translate well with them. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. He could have battled in English and been trash, but he wasn't. Oxxymiron surprised all of us. Like, he was ill. Like, he was dope. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I said, I'm the only one that has Dizaster winning against Oxxymiron, but it was an edge. Like, they both was just on the A game. Like, Oxxymiron was something else, man. He was definitely something else. I'm about to check to see how many subscribers King of the Dot got right now. What they got? What they got? What they got? Yeah, 600. They got 636,529 subscribers. That's a lot, man. I'm telling you, man. So that's more. That's more than 50,000 now. Because when I started this live stream just an hour ago, I started this live stream an hour ago. Before I started this live stream this morning, they had 628,000 subscribers. Now they got 636,529 subscribers. What's that like? They just gained 8,000 in an hour. You know what I'm saying? URL's not doing that. Open up a new page, see what URL got. URL still probably at 716,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like they try to do, man. URL, they try to release that battle, that Hollow the Don versus Tay Rock, to try to dampen some of the steam that King of the Dot was going to pick up from this battle. So the hype wouldn't be as big and King of the Dot wouldn't benefit from it. It was a strategic move for their brand. It wasn't really for the fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, URL didn't release the main, because they released the main event from Summer Madness 6. They didn't release any other battle yet. You know what I'm saying? They released the main event, but they didn't release the Hollow versus Tay Rock to satisfy the fans. So the fans, you know what I mean? Because that's what the fans wanted. They did it just to try to tamper with King of the Dot's hype, to tamper with their movement. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like. That's why I feel like King of the Dot is just going to keep growing, man. They want to keep growing. And again, like I said, I watch more URL battles than I do. Was more of a marketing campaign. Exactly, it was more of a marketing campaign instead of just taking a risk and doing what the fans want. Because the fans been telling URL to drop that battles quicker. You know what I'm saying? As long as I've been watching battle rap in this era, at least, always hear fans in the comments. You know what I'm saying? I always see fans on Twitter. I always see the fans saying, telling Smack to drop the battles quicker. Where's this battle at? Where's that battle at? It's a year later. Well, I'm exaggerating now, but like, what happened to this battle? Why have we never seen this battle? You know what I'm saying? But so why now? Why are you doing things differently now? Is it a marketing campaign, or are you honestly seeing like, okay, we have to change our ways if we want to compete? You know what I'm saying? If so, then again, that's good that you figured it out, that you have to change your ways. But is it too late? Don't wait till now. You know what I'm saying? Because that's hurting your brand. Like, it's certain things that you have to be a part of. And again, like, you see how I'm doing this vlog. I really feel like King of the Dot watches these type of vlogs. They pay attention on what's going on Twitter, and they listen to what the fans are saying. They actually take into the account of what the fans are saying, try to see, okay, how can I come up with a good business plan to keep my brand going and implement what the fans want? You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's 50-50 with them. With URL, it's more about their business plan and less of what the fans want. With URL, is probably more like 75% business and 25% what the fans want. You get what I'm saying? And again, like, this is just my opinion because I'm not actually in that business. I'm not managing a big business like that at their level yet. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know how things go, how politics go, how certain things operate right now. You feel what I'm saying? But this is just from my perspective. That's my thoughts on it. But yeah, URL got 716,000 subscribers, and that's pretty much the same. That's pretty much the same amount of subscribers from when I started this live stream. When I started this live stream, my battery about to die too. But when I started this live stream, it was pretty much at the same amount. When I started this live stream an hour ago, King of the Dot was at 628,000 subscribers. Now they had 636,000 subscribers. They gained 8,000 subscribers in an hour, man. That's dope, man. That's dope. That's dope, man. I like where the culture is moving, man. Whoever's saying battle rap is dead, I ain't really heard nobody say it in a while. But whoever's thinking that, man, they don't know what they talking about. They not in the culture. Seeing what's going on, man. Like again, like where is, like who's to say like where battle rap is dead? Like battle rap is still new. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a subgenre of hip hop. Period. You feel what I'm saying? Just like hip hop was still new at one point. But yeah, man. King of the Dot about to surpass URL, man. King of the Dot versus URL. Please set it up, man. I'm about to go, man. Been talking to y'all for an hour plus. Appreciate all the subscribers again, man. Keep subscribing, keep supporting. Even if you don't like my views, my perspective, and even if you don't agree with what I'm saying, I still appreciate it. And comment below and let me know why you don't agree with what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? If you can tell me why I may be wrong, or why your viewpoint is different, then I like hearing other people's perspective. That's why I watch different things. You know what I'm saying? That's why I may listen to Lil Yachty, right? Do you agree with people calling the battle a history, and do you believe that it is going to change the way that battle rap is today? Yeah, I definitely think this battle made history. Like, cause I mean, you can't even deny that it made history. What battle in battle rap history got this many views in the amount of time that it's been out? I'm about to pull it back up. Like, refresh this page. This it's been out for how long? I just clicked on the video. It's been out for 5 hours. Oxxymiron versus Dizaster has been out for 5 hours, and it already has 485,000 views. You know what I'm saying? Almost 500,000 views. Come on, man. That's 100,000 views an hour on average, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? URL ain't doing nothing like that, and I don't even know what the live stream numbers was when he was on live. And just based on King of the Dot's subscribers, like how that's going up, the rate that's going up. If it keeps going up like that, they're going to be at 1 million subscribers by the end of this week. So URL can either set up URL versus King of the Dot and reach and help themselves reach 1 million subscribers with King of the Dot, so they both reach 1 million subscribers together, or they could just let King of the Dot just take off and be in their own league. You know what I'm saying? Because what's going to happen was, in the beginning of this live stream, I was talking about how URL is like the NBA, King of the Dot is like the NFL. But it's going to be like pretty soon, King of the Dot is going to be like the NFL, and URLs is going to be like high school football. You feel what I'm saying? People don't really care about watching high school football like that on TV. They care about the NFL, the pros. You know what I'm saying? So URL, don't do that, man. Don't do it to yourself. But yeah, man, it definitely made history, man. I'm excited, man. I'm not even excited for King of the Dot. I'm just excited about battle rap. Like, I love battle rap. I like watching it. I always get to watch as many battles as I want to, cause you know, I'll be busy and all that. But I like hip hop. Period. You know what I'm saying? I like hip hop. I like art. If y'all like art, check out my Instagram. I know some of y'all already checked it out. Probably put the link in the description below once I post this video. But yeah, man, let me know how what y'all thoughts on this is. How y'all feel about it? Do y'all think this battle made history? Do y'all think King of the Dot made history? Who you think Oxxymiron's next battle should be once he takes on another battle? Will King of the Dot surpass URL? And if they do surpass URL, how long will King of the Dot be the #1 league? If they don't surpass URL soon, how long will URL be the #1 league still? You feel what I'm saying? So let me know how y'all feel about it. Comment below. Hit that subscribe button. Trill 3L's $1 trillion man, y'all. Peace.